Hiya, my name's Lindsay. I'm one of the RSPCA inspectors and wildlife officers. I'm currently at Appleby Horse Fair 2018. We've just had a recent call about some Goldfinch type birds in cages in a car on one of the car parks.
These 5 goldfinches have been found in a car, 38 degrees in the car. The owner has returned and we discovered these goldfinches are all of wild origin, from what I believe. None of the finches have closed rings on them, and you can clearly see from their behaviour how they are all flitting around in the cages. This is typical of wild caught birds, as they're not described as we would describe as solid on their perches. They don't know any boundaries. So the person who's just bought these has signed them over, and we're going to rehab them, then release them. Okay, we've been to Appleby Horse Fair this morning, where we've had reports of people selling wild goldfinches, and we've managed to come across 6 goldfinches here. Clearly have been taken from the wild. 1 bird was on its own, but 5 were together, were in the back of a car. Someone's bought them this morning for £50 each. So they spent £250 on these birds. None of them have got any closed rings on them. They're clearly showing wild behaviour and have obviously been trapped recently. So we've had a good look at them. The birds are fine to go, so we're just going to try and release them and get back to the wild where they're from, because as in the UK, the legislation is if you're in possession of a wild bird, you have to prove that the bird hasn't been taken from the wild, and in this case no one could prove that, and these birds are clearly wild, so let's get them back where they belong. So we've just released these 5 obvious wild caught goldfinches. You could tell from the behaviour in their cages how they're flitting around at the bars, at the roof of the cages. They're not what's known as solid. They're not solid on their perches. They're trying to get out. Because any wild birds, they don't understand any boundaries, hence the birds were always at the bars. As you can see, they've all gone really well, really quickly, and you can hear them singing in the background, which is an amazing thing for us to be able to do, to return them to the wild where they belong. In this day and age, there's just no need for people to trap wild birds and deal in them. It's quite sad, isn't it, really? But yeah, that's a good result.